Hi, I'm Vicki Runk and welcome to February's announcements. We have a lot to cover this month and we have a lot to remember that we did in January. Some of what I want to start with is all of the construction at Liberty Ridge, and so many of you may have driven by and seen that it's just about ready. All the outside is almost completely done without all the exterior adds that we'll do with landscaping, but the inside, the walls are being painted. So many rooms you're able to actually walk in and see what they are, and it's so exciting for us. We'll have a model that you'll be able to see very shortly. That will be done sometime in the month of February, so we are so very excited to soon be able to unveil Liberty Ridge, Runk Pratt at Liberty Ridge. So we stay up there a lot and we're busy, and our team and crew are all focused on the next 3 months as we do everything we can to get that thing up and rolling and open just for you. We have done 3 new commercials this month, and you may be seeing them on SET and all kinds of different channels that we have them going. Our media crew, Deli Roxon, has put together some great commercials, and so we'd like to highlight a few of those right now, and we want you to go to our website and check those out and just take a look at really what we're focusing on as we get ready to unveil the new Liberty Ridge. Elvis came to Leesville Road this past month, and he entertained us. A great young man that is an impersonator of Elvis, and he travels and he competes in all kinds of different competitions, and his mom and dad came and he shared with us his unbelievable talent. My family and I stopped by just so we could have a picture with Elvis. I didn't want to pass that up, and we just enjoyed everything that he did for the residents that night, and it really was a popular event, so we plan on having him back, and you might want to catch that when we do. We'll make sure we announce it. So we had a very special King of Rock night just a few weeks ago, and so we had a lot of fun. Starting with Forest, some of the events that we're going to cover for the month of February. February the 4th, Billy Hunt comes and sings. February the 7th, we're having our big birthday celebration for all of our residents that have a birthday in the month of February. And February the 14th, of course, is Valentine's Day, and we're going to have a Valentine's party there. So make sure you check the calendar and get a time and come out and be with your sweetheart, whether that be your mom or dad. Make sure you recognize Valentine's with them. You know, one of the things I'd like to say in regards to that, it is so important when you place your mom or dad in one of our facilities or any facility that you keep recognizing the holidays in which they have. And so I encourage you to bring in the stuffed animals or the candies, as long as they're not diabetics, and share a sweet or even a kiss or a I love you. It's just so important. And I've noticed that when we go in and we're sharing in the parties, that they just light up when you bring things to them like that. So my recommendation is to stop by a local drugstore and pick up a stuffed animal and lay it right on their bed, and I guarantee you they'll enjoy it for months to come past Valentine's Day. On February the 20th, Reverend Glenn Coleman will be at Forest to share with us. And February the 26th, they're going to have karaoke, and that's something that Mike will do with our residents, and I am sure that will be a very interesting activity. For our Leesville Road facility, on February the 3rd, at 3 o'clock, they're going to go sightseeing. And I asked about that earlier before I decided to talk to you today, and they told me that they're going to go around to some of the historic sites in Lynchburg and take the residents and stop along the way and talk about some of the history of Lynchburg, and I just think that's a fantastic activity. So any of you history buffs that want to join us for that, make sure you see Casey. On February the 4th at 1:30, they're going to have volleyball parachute. At 7 o'clock that night, the country band sings and you want to come out and bring your cowboy boots and tap along with them. On February the 5th at 2 o'clock, Pleasant Mountain Bluegrass Band perform. So almost just a day apart, we're going to have a lot of country over there. On February the 6th, David Carnes comes at 2 o'clock. February the 7th at 8 o'clock, we're going to Cracker Barrel for an outing, and that's one of my favorites. So make sure if you want to come along, you just let us know. We'll be happy to let you go with us. On February the 10th at 11 o'clock, they're going to Vinny's on an outing. I'm going to have a little Italian. And then on February the 11th at 11 o'clock, the Caterpillar Club, and that's our little daycare on right next to the facility that comes and shares with us. And so any of you out there that want to come and see the children visit, that would be great. At 2:30, they're going to go through have a joyride through town. And then at 6:30, Calvary Methodist Church comes and sings to us. February the 12th at 10:15, Temple Christian School comes and puts on a program. And at 7 o'clock at our Leesville Road facility, we're going to have our big Valentine's Day party. Now, they vote on king and queen, and they're doing that over the next 7 to 10 days. And that night at 7 o'clock, my family and I come and join the residents at Leesville Road, and we crown our new king and queen. It's a very exciting time. We'll have music and food. We'll even have a little Valentine dance. So I really strongly encourage all of you to scoot over and spend some time with your mom or dad and come and see us, and let's help them enjoy Valentine's that day. And don't forget, there'll be royalty in the house again, a new king and queen. So make sure you mark your calendars. That's an important day. It's one of my favorites throughout the year. On February the 13th at 2 o'clock, Amy Ladd comes to perform. On February the 17th at 7 o'clock, Langhorne Baptist Church visits. February the 18th at 3:30, we have a kiosk line dancing. At 7, we have a Country Proud Bluegrass Band. I guess they could put some of their line dancing to use with the bluegrass band that's coming in. Let me talk a little bit about the kiosk. Many of you have probably seen that being used by our activities departments. It's a new senior linked program, and they have access to all kinds of new programs for our residents. It's something that we've invested in, and we're very, very proud to be able to present it to all the Runk Pratt communities. It's a very updated system that gets our residents completely involved in whatever the activities director has chosen for that day. It looks like then they're going to be doing line dancing. Ask Casey about the new program, and Mike as well, and Janie. They've all been trained, and we're so excited to be able to offer senior-linked activity programs in all of our communities. On February the 19th, Gary Witt comes and sings. On February the 20th at 9:30, we're having another kiosk program, and it looks like Casey has chosen the Duck Dynasty show. That should be extremely interesting for all of our Duck Dynasty fans, and I'm one of them. At 2 o'clock, Ann Arrington, she always sings so beautifully, comes and ministers to our residents. February the 21st at 8 a.m., they're going to IHOP for breakfast. That's early, but they're going. February the 22nd at 2 o'clock, Saturday, they're doing some kiosk games with family and friends. So that would be a good day for you to mark on your calendar so that Casey can actually show you how the kiosk works, and you can check the kiosk in and out. And if you or your mom or dad have a special game that you love, she'll let you take it to their room or put it in a room with your other family members, and you guys can have a good time together playing games. On February the 25th at 11:30, they're going out to the Colonial to have lunch. At February the 26th at 1:30, they're having a blue jean fashion show. On February the 27th at 2:30, they're going shopping downtown. And in February the 28th at 1:30, they're doing a floral design craft. It really sounds like Casey and Barb Hurt has all of our residents extremely busy for the month of February, and that's something I love to see. And I get excited when I think about all of the things that our residents will be exposed to. They're not just sitting around. We have them up and living and looking forward to the next thing that we're going to do the next day, and that is so important when it comes to group living. At our Smith Mountain Lake facility, it looks like Janie's doing pretty much the same things, keeping them busy. On February the 3rd from 12:30 to 1:30, there's a snowman craft, and the Hells Ford Baptist Church is going to come in and do that with our residents. February the 5th from 1 to 2, there's an outing at the Westlake Library for any of you that want to get a book and check it out and read. February the 7th from 10 to 11, there's a balloon volley game, and that seems to be one of our residents' favorites, so make sure you check that out as well. February the 10th from 12:30 to 2:30, they're having a massage therapy massage day with the therapist Patty Gallafor. Oh my goodness, now that would be something that I would want to definitely go and participate in. On February the 11th from 2:30 to 3:30, viewing of the Westminster Dog Show, and that again should be a favorite. On February the 12th from 3 to 4, there's a hot chocolate social. All of these just sound so great. On February the 13th from 2:30 to 3:30, there's a heart health awareness focus, and they're going to be, it's February is American Heart Month, so she's going to be bringing in some education about how we can keep our heart safe. And so we want to make sure that we get that out, because that would be something that some of our families may want to come and participate in, some of the education about how we're going to keep our heart very healthy. On February the 14th from 12:45 to 1:45 at our Smith Mountain Lake facility, they're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, and they're going to crown their king and queen as well, and they've added an extra component to this day. They're going to have a prince and princess as well, so there's going to be 4 winners up there, so that should be an exciting time. Make sure you mark your calendars, because that is a great party and you don't want to miss it. On February the 17th from 10 to 11, we're going to have exercising with the PT therapist there, Diane, and on 12:30 to 1:30 that day, it's President's Day trivia. On February the 18th from 10 to 11, it's Pet Therapy with Monty and Christy. On February the 19th from 10 to 11, it's Devotions with Minister Brett Weeks. On February the 20th from 2:30 to 3:30, they're going to have short stories that's being told by our volunteer Judy. On February the 21st from 10 to 11, there's a health chat with our occupational therapist Kim Walker. On February the 25th from 12:30 to 1:30, they're going to have Fun and Puns, which is a laughter kind of game that she's going to play with them. On February the 24th from 1:30 to 3:30, the Smith Mountain Lake Winter Olympics, and they're going to have the walkers and the wheelchair races, basketball, all kinds of various friendly competition, and I can't wait to see the footage, Deli, of some of that you'll get. That should be so exciting. On February the 27th from 2:30 to 3:30, there's a walk down memory lane, and that's just an activity that she does to help them with their reminiscing, and we recall things that they did way back, and we called a walk down memory lane. On February the 28th from 12:30 to 1:30, there'll be a music and a monthly birthday party that we have every month with all of the birthdays that we celebrate in the month of February with Gary Mills. Speaking of birthdays, we're going to go through those very quickly here. Our Smith Mountain Lake birthdays on February the 12th is Bill Kios. February the 14th is Bart Starkley. On the 16th is Thelma Timberlake. The 17th is Ronnie Kirchhoff. February the 23rd is Claudia Clark. Happy birthday from Runk Pratt Senior Living Communities to all of our February Valentine's babies. At Leesville Road, our birthdays start off with February the 3rd with Margaret Singleton. The 10th is Ruby Carwall. The 13th is Thomas Fleshman. And Virginia Travis is on the 25th, and she ends out our birthday announcements for the month of February for Leesville. And to all of our folks at Leesville, a very happy birthday to you from all of Runk Pratt Senior Living Community staff. And our Forest birthdays, we have 2. On the 8th of February is Kathleen Johnson. On the 11th is Robert Young, and happy birthday to you from all of us at Runk Pratt Senior Living Communities as well. As I end out our announcements, a couple things I want to share with you is that I want to just extend a very warm thank you from especially me and my family for all of your prayers, your gifts, your cards that you've sent our way for my mom, Miss Linda Pratt, and my dad, Dr. Norman Pratt, who have both undergone major surgeries just in the last few weeks. My dad had back surgery and my mother had open heart surgery, and I wanted to come before you today and just tell you that they're doing very, very well, and we so appreciate all of your prayers and your thoughts that you sent our way. I cannot tell you how much that meant to my sister and I want to say a thank you to my sister Karen English Winborn, who has helped me so much with mom and dad, and my brother-in-law Andy, who sat with my mom several days during the early days of her surgery, and I just so appreciate them and the help that they've given Brian and I and the kids through this time. And I can't forget my nephew Colin, because he's sat plenty of times with Nana and Papa as well. So as we end this announcement time, let me just say that again, to encourage you to get in and love on your mom and dad that are with us, or your aunt, uncle, whoever that is in our facilities. Give them a hug. You can't say I love you too many times, and since February is Heart Month, make sure you take every advantage that you can to say I love you. You may never get that chance again, so I want to encourage you to step out and love on somebody for the month of February. I also just want to say that we are busy, and we're so excited about all the new things that are coming our way in the next few months. Our forest wing will open next week, and we have crew over there right now that's cleaning and putting the beds together, and our inspection will happen very soon. So if you're interested in a new memory care facility, we have a beautiful state-of-the-art wing that will open next week, and the name of that wing is Elizabeth Lane, after Elizabeth Allman. And so we'll be excited to unveil that to you in next month's announcements. We'll have some footage of new residents moving in and some of the rooms so you can see how they look. Until next month, when we will celebrate the Irish and the luck of the Irish, I'm Vicki Runk, and make sure you go to our website at www.runkandpratt.com and look at all the newsletters that are coming out and all of the things that we're doing on that site to inform you, the families, of all the new happenings that are going on everywhere. And also, don't forget to like us on Facebook. We post there weekly, sometimes daily. We'll put up information about geriatrics and care and health, and then we'll post different things that we're doing inside the facilities that hopefully inform you and help you in this journey that we have together, that we take together hand in hand in caring for our senior residents. Until next month, I'm Vicki Runk, and have a good month in the month of February.